Which one of these paths would you choose? Would you choose a path of fear, lack, scarcity, and disease? Or would you choose a path of love, abundance, joy, and freedom? I'm assuming you would probably choose path 2, right? But what most people are living in is path number 1 when you want to live path number 2. And what if I told you that the trauma that you are running away from on path number 1 is actually what will help you live in your deepest alignment with path number 2? The trauma that most people run away from is what causes dis-ease, scarcity, lack, and fear. When we choose to fully look at it, it is what is going to help us live in freedom, joy, abundance, and love. Now, why is that? Well, when you as a soul chose to come down to earth, you had to forget your divine nature. This caused you to live in suffering and pain and ultimately develop trauma. If you stop here, you choose path number 1. But if you choose to look at your trauma and ultimately heal from it, you start to remember your divine nature, which allows you to find love within yourself and live in your soul's deepest alignment, which ultimately allows you to achieve true freedom. This is choosing path number 2. But how do you get here? Well, the first thing is to look at your trauma and choose the path of healing. You choose the path of healing by feeling and seeing your wounds and traumas. As you feel and see your wounds and traumas more and more, you ultimately start to remember your divine nature. As you remember more and more of your divine nature, you start to find more and more love within yourself, and you recognize that you always were love. This helps you start to remember fully and live in your soul's deepest alignment. And as you do that more and more, you start to live a life of true freedom. Living in freedom is what you are deserving of. And you get there by going through your healing journey, looking at your wounds and your traumas, ultimately allowing you to remember that you are divine and you always were. Living in the divine space is a path with God. And when we live the path of God, that is where we will create the love, unity, and abundance that we are all deserving of.